Good morning, and today we're going to be talking about narcissistic personality disorder. So, what is NPD? Well, NPD is a mental health condition that affects how someone sees themselves and interacts with others. Knowing that, now let's get into some signs and symptoms about narcissistic personality disorder. So, some signs and symptoms can include arrogance, a sense of entitlement, envy, and finally, lack of empathy, which leads me into some tests that are used to identify NPD. Firstly, we have the Narcissistic Personality Inventory. So it's basically a psychological assessment that measures grandiosity, exploitation, entitlement, admiration seeking, and finally a lack of empathy. Which leads me into the Midland Clinical Multi-Axel Inventory, which is another psychological assessment just like NPI, but instead it uses things like personality disorder skills that measures the extent to which specific personality disorders are present, and clinical syndrome skills, which evaluates the symptoms of various psychological disorders. Are there cures or treatments for NPD? Unfortunately, there is no cure, but there are treatments. So some treatments can include psychotherapy, cognitive behavioral therapy, schema therapy, dialectical behavioral therapy, group therapy, mindfulness, and emotional regulation. People with narcissistic personality disorder can be super tough to deal with, especially in healthcare. They can be really demanding and act like they're the only ones who matter, which can be very frustrating and stressful for doctors and nurses. They might not listen to their doctors or take care of themselves, which can make their health problems even worse. As a future healthcare worker, understanding narcissistic personality disorder is important because it can help me handle future patients with challenging behaviors. People with NPD can be demanding, lack empathy, and have trouble working with others. This can make it tough to communicate and provide care, but knowing about NPD helps me stay patient and professional. It can also help me avoid taking their behavior personally to avoid getting frustrated or burnt out.